everyone, welcome to today's video. So imagine this scenario real quick. You've recently learned how to knit or crochet and you've been doing it for like several months or so. And you've gotten to the point where you decide that you're actually going to attempt to get the good yarn. Like you're not just going to go to the Joann's or the Michaels or any of the other like chain craft stores. You're going to go to a local yarn store and you're going to see what fancy stuff they have there. And while you're there, you end up buying a yarn that comes in a skein that looks like this. And the yarn feels amazing and you get it, but you have no idea how to work with it in this format. Well, that is what I'm here today to tell you. I'm here to show you how to turn this into a ball that you can work with. Now, it's going to be an outer pull ball in that there's only going to be one end and it's going to be coming from the outside. But I figured that would be a good way of having to work with this type of yarn when it's wound like this, because I can promise you, you try to work with it like this, it's going to get tangled. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to rearrange the camera real quick and then I'll show you the different steps. Alright, you can't exactly see my face, but you will be able to see the yarn, which is the more important part of this instruction. So the first thing is, if there's any little like tag that is on your ball of yarn, you're going to cut that off. Just like that. And you're going to remove it. Trash can somewhere over there. Okay. Then you're just going to reach into the middle right here, because this is very tightly wound. And you're just going to pull it open like this. And it's going to untangle itself very much like this. And then, somewhere, in probably about 4 different spots, you're going to see a knot where it goes around the yarn to keep it together, like right there. They often tend to put the end of the yarn in there at the same time. So at that, yeah. Oh, they only did it for once in this skein. Sometimes they do it in a couple different things. When that is the case, you're going to snip it in the spots where you see the extra thread. And then when that's done, you can just throw away the bits and be careful not to snip it in other parts. If I come across another skein that looks like that, I'm going to insert that here. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. You can see over here we have the yarn that's going in a different way. But you can see there's those loops there. This yarn will be separate from the rest of the yarn, and that's what you'll be able to cut. It's a little bit messier over here, but you can see there's something similar there as well. Anyway, back to the skein that we're on. So here it looks like they knotted it. Yeah. They did some sort of special knot here. If I could see it. You don't necessarily want to reach for the scissors right away, because this is your good yarn. This is the yarn you paid a lot of money to get. Ha! There we go. Now I have the end of the yarn. Now, yeah, there's another set right there, maybe. Anyway, there are now 2 different ways in which you can wind this up. The general step is the same, but the different ways you can wind it depend on if you have company or not. So if you don't have any company, there's a way you can do it without any help from anyone else, but if you got help, that would be preferable. You would need someone who's very patient and very still. Anyway, I'm going to show you both of those now. If you happen to be by yourself, the way that you can start winding this skein of yarn into a ball is by using your feet. So you'd want a space where you have a lot of room to move. Maybe something that you can lean your feet up against, like a table. So you're going to sit down like this. You're going to make sure you keep track of where the end of the yarn is, which it looks like there's an end right there. And then you're going to wrap it, your feet, around like this. You can see it like this. And then you're going to take the strand of yarn and you're just going to unwind it like that as you go around. And you're just going to start winding it into a ball. And theoretically, if everything goes well, you should just be able to wind it into a ball from here. So I'm just going to switch into time-lapse mode so that you can have a better chance to see what that looks like. And here is the finished ball. So now this particular skein isn't going to tangle on me. If it tangles on me, the yarn is only going to come from one spot. And I'll be able to just have a small amount as compared to just having a whole bunch of it just tangled up all at once. So to help me today, I have my lovely mom. So if you're going to have someone else help you, you're going to have it open like this and you're going to have them spread their arms out and you're going to have them put their arms inside like this so that way it stays pretty straight, it's pretty taut. And you're going to take the loose end and you're just going to wrap it like a ball. And the good news is if the yarn gets stuck, you have the other person to help you maneuver it. Like that. And you wrap it in a ball as you go along. Just like that. There we go. So I'm going to time lapse it for you guys now. And there we have our finished ball. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
That is how you can wind a hank of yarn when you buy it from a yarn store. So go ahead and buy that yarn without any worry, because you know how to handle it now. Anyway, that was today's entertainment. Have a nice day.